As we know, the gospel reading talks about how God has abundant mercies for us, and we must emulate in order to bring the same gift to our brothers and our sisters. The danger is for you to take forgiveness for granted. Forgiveness for granted. I remember as a young boy at St. Teresa's Parish, we acted this passage, The Unforgiven Servant. Mrs. Solson directed us in that play or drama. And it made a deep impression on me about how God is merciful and how we must learn from God. However, one thing I was wondering, why do we even in the first place go around disturbing people? Why should we in the first place be disturbing somebody, as Peter would say, and seek 7 times of forgiveness? Why? Why can't we be better persons and think of the good of the other person and all that? Anyway, these aside, the point I want us to reflect on today, it may sound funny, the lives of the servants who went to tell their master that the servant he had forgiven had choked another servant. What in our time we will call the chukes. In Ghana, we will call them chukes. Once I went for the farewell ceremony for a parishioner, Mr. Dapa, at the prison's headquarters. And when they were reading his profile, powerful, amazing. Some of you were around. And they said that as a young officer, he was sent to Kumasi prisons or so. And you know, he's an accountant. He was sent to the accounts office. And I think some of the senior officers had even gone for loans and all that. And they had not paid them. And as a young officer, he wanted to make sure that everything was right. All these were part of the citations they gave him. And you can imagine Ghana, you junior rank, you want to come in, so all of a sudden, they said it themselves. The prison officers said it themselves. Almost everybody had issues with him. They were disturbing him. They started reporting him to the higher authorities so that they could get him out. Not that he had done anything wrong. He was doing the right thing. They could get him out. You are not the one coming to change our office, coming to cause whatever. Get out. And then they themselves mentioned that one of their officers, a woman, she said, no. This man, this young prison officer is a good person. Is a good person. And whatever I must do for him to continue doing his good work, I will what? I will do it. That is what we have missed in Ghana. Those people who went to, because sometimes even as parish priest, you don't know everything. Sometimes you're an authority, you don't know anything. You, within the other ranks of life, may know so much, may see injustice in your office, in the church, in the family, anywhere. And it is up to us to stand up. For me, that is what strikes me. So we all know about forgiveness, but I want to go to this particular part. Because we ignore, we claim all forgiveness and kneel before God, but we are not just. We are not truthful. We don't remove burdens. We don't remove, no. We will say, we did not put the burden there, so let us keep quiet. And they see you suffer. And what even annoys them the most, so, why? But God works through human beings. God needs your hands. He needs your legs. He needs your wisdom, because he gave them to you to use them to help the expansion of his kingdom on earth. So think about this. That I think that is very important. That is what struck me as I was preparing yesterday. What about if these servants, sure, it's a parable and all that, but think about that part of the parable. How they were able to see injustice. Said, no, this is not right. Sometimes you are suffering. Everybody knows. Everybody. And that is why you are in authority. Things are reported to you. You must seek justice. God is merciful, but he's also what? Just. He's just. And that is why we saw justice, even the Catholic Church, justice and what? Peace. How can there be peace if there is no what? Justice. Justice Wellborn is here. We should all add justice to our names. And not just add it. Live by justice. It is a virtue. May God help us all. Amen.